Welcome to the Indiana Master Naturalist program and 3D NatureConnect. 3D NatureConnect is a 501c3 nonprofit organization working to connect nature restoration projects with volunteers. We partnered with Jody Houston at the Indiana DNR to help us build features that would support the IMN program. My name is Susan Page, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me at shpage@3dnatureconnect.org. My two co-founders are Tim Liddell from South Bend and Betsy Cross from San Marcos, Texas. Betsy is very active in the Texas Master Naturalist program. Using the 3D NatureConnect platform, you can find a project to volunteer with, create a project to recruit volunteers, or create projects to log hours. You can view your total volunteer hours and continuing education hours if you are working on achieving or maintaining your advanced Indiana Master Naturalist certification. Let's get started. I won't assume that you have been able to log in. If for some reason you did not receive the welcome email, I will show you how to log in. Note, you can't log in until you've been added to the platform, so if you have never received any communication from 3D Nature, you should email Susan before trying to log in. Here is the landing page for 3D NatureConnect at 3dnatureconnect.org. If you have forgotten your password or didn't receive the welcome email, you can reset your password from here. Go to the top of the page where the dark green bar is located and click on Log in to your 3D NatureConnect account. When the next page opens, you will see Lost Your Password, and you can click on that if you don't have one yet. Now the page opens to ask you to enter your email address. Please use the email address that you have previously used to communicate with 3D Nature or gave to IMN. After entering your email address, you will receive a password reset email and be able to set a password and log in. After you log in, you will arrive at your dashboard. If you haven't already created a profile, you can do that now by clicking on My Profile in the left dark green box. Upload a picture and enter your address information. Your biography can say whatever you want. Typically, people will say something about their profession and any other skills they may have, such as being an educator or a carpenter. If you don't have any nature specializations yet, no problem. You can tell people that you are on your learning journey but are happy to volunteer. You have to opt in to being featured in the directory. We call it an expert directory, but most of us have limited expertise. Don't be put off by the expert moniker. If you do have any areas of expertise, you can indicate that with the drop-down boxes below. Then click Update Your Profile. You can see yourself and others listed in the expert directory. Click on the Search Now button to open the directory. If you are looking for someone with a specific set of skills, who can hear that without thinking of Liam Neeson in the movie Taken, you can select a skill from the drop-down box. If you want to see the entire directory, leave that without a selection and in the state drop-down select Indiana. The directory opens. You can sort the columns by clicking on the column headers. When you click the View Profile button, the person's data will display. Note, we don't share your address, only your city, state, zip code, and email address. To return to your dashboard, click on Your Dashboard at the top of the page. We have divided users into groups based on geographical location. Each group has an IMN volunteer who is the group admin. The group admin is who reviews any projects that you submit. To learn more about your group, you can click on My Organization in the dark green box to the left. At the top of the page, it will tell you the name of the group you are in and who your administrator is. It will also list each member of the group below that. Right now, this section isn't pulling the profile pictures, but it will soon. The group you are in does not limit you in any way. You can search across the state and post projects from anywhere that you live. Let's return to our dashboard. Your dashboard displays how many projects you've created and how many volunteer hours you have. You need a project to tie your hours to. The first step is to see if there already is a project that you can use. Before creating a new project, click on the Explore Open Projects button in the pink box. When the new page opens, you have access to all the projects across Indiana Master Naturalist. You can click on the column headers to sort alphabetically, or you can type in a keyword in order to search. We've created several projects around education. First is the 2024 Indiana Master Naturalist Continuing Education/Training Reporting Project. You should use this to log all of your continuing education hours. In the search bar at the top, type in 2024 and that project comes up to the top of the list. The next step is to join it. Click the green View Project button to open the project. Scroll down the page to the green button that says Join this project and click on that. It will display that you have joined the project after you click it. Now you can find it in your Projects You've Joined section. To get there, click on your dashboard at the top of the page. Now click on View Your Projects and Add Hours. You will see this project listed under Projects You've Joined with an Add Hours button next to it. If you have your laptop, phone, or tablet with you, you can access the platform and add hours. You can add 1/2 hour today for being part of this training about 3D NatureConnect. To do that, click on Add Hours next to the project. There are tooltips in dark maroon above different areas of the page. The first thing is to add what type of hours you are submitting. Indiana Master Naturalist counts either volunteer hours or continuing education hours, administration, fieldwork, public education, public outreach, and research are all considered volunteer hours. Today we are logging continuing education, so click on that. Next, enter today's date for the start and finish dates. You can type a note in the description if you want. Notes are really for your own personal reference. You can print them on your reports, which I will show you later. You're not required to add a note. Let's type in 3D NatureConnect training. We want to record hours to the closest quarter hour, and the tooltip gives you some guidance here. Enter 0.50 for 1/2 hour. You can record your mileage if you are keeping track of it, but again, it's not required by IMN. Report hours to drop down will default to your group, so you can leave it at that. If for some reason you wanted to keep track of hours for a group not on the platform, you could select Other from the drop-down and type in the name of the other group not listed. These hours will not report to that group by 3D NatureConnect, but you can keep track for your own records. All done? Click Submit. Now your dashboard is updated to reflect the new hours. Want to see more information about your hours? Go over to the dark green box on the left-hand side and click My Hours. On this page, the two red boxes separate your volunteer hours from your continuing education hours. Each hour's entry you have made is listed below the red boxes. Hours submitted for IMN are on the honor system, which means that no one is reviewing them. You have the ability to edit any hours entry if you made a mistake or delete it altogether if you need to. Let's return to the dashboard. I'm going to make up a project to show you how to create a new project. First, we want to go explore open projects and ensure there isn't already something there. Click on Explore Open Projects. My pretend project is Westfield Library Butterfly Garden Installation. I can search by clicking on the column headers to see what is listed in Westfield and nothing displays. I can also type in keywords, so let's try butterfly garden. You can see that nothing displayed that is a match. That means we need to create a project. There are a lot of places across the platform that display the Create a Project button, and there is one on this page. Click Create a Project. When we name a project, we always want to include the location, such as Mound State Park or Westfield if possible. You do have a button to indicate if this project is virtual. In this case, it is not. Enter the full address, including city and zip code. A note about dates. If you have a project that you do ongoing work with, such as Mound State Park Nature Center volunteer, you can make the dates span a long period of time, such as from January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2026. If this is a single-day event, you can add the date of the event. For this example, we are going to make it a 2-day event. Enter the hours of the event if applicable. Select the type of project. For this project, I will select Planting Native Species. Project difficulty relates to experience, and project physical requirements relates to just that. If this is a project you are recruiting volunteers for, you will want to put in a lot of details. In the required or preferred skills area, I would usually put in information about things I would like volunteers to bring with them, such as work gloves, a bottle of water, a garden trowel with the user's name on it, that sort of thing. We have 3 levels of project visibility: draft, open, and private. Draft means that you have not submitted the project for review yet, and because you may not have finished creating it, you want to save it as a draft until you're ready to submit. Drafts will display in your dashboard with a draft status. Open is public, which means anyone across the platform can see your project. And private visibility means that only you and your group admin can see it. I would say there are very few times that a project would be private. Lean into making your projects public or open so that other people can use the projects as well. On the next page, you have the opportunity to upload a photograph about the project if you would like to do that. When you are finished, click Create Your Project. Now the project is out for review. Your group admin will receive an email notification immediately that they have a project to review. Most admins review projects within 24 hours. The platform does some work for admins by showing them any potential duplicates to the project you submitted. If there is an issue with the submission, they can select a reason, write some notes, and redirect it back to you. Typically, the reasons are that the title does not have a location in it, or there are spelling errors or a lack of detail in the description, or even that it is private when it could be a better project if it was open or public. If it is a duplicate, then the email you get back from your admin will have a link that allows you to view the project that already exists so that you can join it. If there are no duplicates, so the admin here is going to approve the project. You will immediately receive a notification by email that your project is approved. Now it will display in the area of your dashboard that says Projects You've Joined with an Add Hours button next to it. It will also display in the next section below that in Projects You've Created. In Projects You've Created, you can see the project status. This project displays that it is approved. You close projects that are approved if they are completed. This would be the case for a single-day event, for instance. Closing the project removes it from the dashboard, but the data remains with the project and is recorded and saved. To close a project, go to Projects You've Created. Select the project that you want to close. Click on the Close button next to the project. 3D NatureConnect will show you a list of anyone who has signed up for this project. You don't have to do anything about that. As soon as you change the status to Close, an email will get sent to every person on the list with a reminder and a link to the project to go log their hours. After you select Close, the project will remain in a pending close status for 14 days to give people a chance to log hours against it, and then after 14 days it will be removed from the dashboard. If your project gets redirected to you because it is a duplicate or for any other reason that you decide not to edit it and resubmit it, you can delete the project. We can only delete things that have no data attached to them. Since this project was never approved, there are no hours logged against it. To delete a project, open Projects You've Created, click on the Edit button next to the project. The project will open, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the project, there is a Delete button. Click on Delete, and then a second page will display confirming that you want to delete. Click Delete, and the project is deleted. You have several reports available to you. From the big green box on the left-hand side of the screen, click Reports. The report you may use the most is All Hours Detailed Report, which you can run for this year, last year, or a custom date range. As time goes by, you will always be able to select by a year. The All Hours Detailed Report lists each project that you have logged hours to, and it can display any notes that you have written when you recorded the hours. Just click Show Details at the top and it will display your notes. You can also export this report to an Excel spreadsheet format. That covers the basics of using 3D NatureConnect. We are still doing development on many features and will continue to make improvements. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can email me, or if you forget the email address, within the platform you can use the Contact Us button at the bottom of your dashboard page, and that information will come to me. Thank you again, and have a great year as an Indiana Master Naturalist.